Couple 27 here on this lovely, hot, humid Wednesday afternoon across the valley. The clouds breaking up into a little more sunshine. Temperatures are climbing back into the 90s right now, and probably going to be that way again tomorrow. Our rain chances could start to return a little bit Thursday night and into Friday. We'll have to see on the timing of a cold front trying to roll into South Texas, whether that will bring some thunderstorms or if it does pass through and we get just some lighter rain behind the front later on Friday. But should cool things off. We're not talking about, highs in the 40s, but instead of 95, maybe we'll be 80 or so, 75. Maybe if it does get cloudy and rainy on Friday, it could be a good bit cooler by afternoon on Friday and part of Saturday coming up. Temperatures right now are back up in the 90s, 95 in Rio Grande City already, 90 in Brownsville, Raymondville, Harlingen, and 91 in McAllen. The humidity up there too, so the heat index, how hot it feels, we showed you this earlier, was already changed a little bit. 107, the apparent temperature, that's calculated for if you add the temperature and the humidity and you're kind of standing in the shade. So if you're in the sun wearing dark clothing, it feels much, much hotter. But hot and humid across the valley today. At least there is a little breeze in most areas, not so much in Starr County, but about a 15, 20, 25 mile per hour breeze blowing across the valley, a few higher gusts out there. But it's just blowing more heat and humidity in your face this afternoon. Dry weather expected here in the valley today. It looks like we're not going to see any rain today. To the north, though, some big storms across mainly central and northern Texas. We'll zoom in and show you that line of thunderstorms right now moving through Austin and just north of San Marcos. But you see right there is the city of Austin right now. The storm's rolling in. The severe thunderstorm warning is just north of Austin. If you look at the city right there, you'll see the warning just on the north side of the city and going toward the north. Severe thunderstorm warning there. But all these storms moving to the east have some heavy rain, some lightning, possibly some hail and strong winds. Yesterday, a good bit of flooding around Houston, not right downtown, but some of the suburbs to the southeast and southwest and to the north. Still flood advisories and flood warnings there because of the residual flooding left over. But look at all the rainfall that was there yesterday, estimated almost 11 inches on up around Spring, Texas, about 11, almost 12 inches right around Rosenberg, just south of I-69, and you get towards Sugar Land, some very heavy rain, a few spots even with 5 inches or so southeast of Houston. So it's pockets of heavy rain, and that's what they could see in parts of Texas the next couple days. Pockets of some heavy rain that add up really each day through the weekend and into early next week, especially if you're headed north of the valley. You want to pay attention to the forecast. Now, some of that rain may try to get here, but also a cold front to cool things off. Mostly sunny skies this afternoon, and then tonight clouds fill back in. Dry weather expected tonight. Thursday, I think, should be a pretty dry day overall with maybe a few more clouds, but still enough sunshine gets through by afternoon to warm things back above 90 degrees with lots of humidity. This is where things get a little tricky. Thursday night, if some thunderstorms are firing off to our northwest, they could start to move into the valley overnight Thursday. So we'll have to watch Thursday night for maybe a few showers or storms and maybe a little burst of heavy rain. A cold front, which the models very much disagree, I think will come through into most of the valley by Friday morning. If the front's able to move through fast enough, we may just get some lighter rain behind the front on Friday. But if it kind of hangs up a little bit, there may be some pockets of some bigger storms right along the front at times on Friday. But notice how, again, probably won't rain all day Friday. So if you have plans, don't cancel them yet, but you definitely want to pay attention to the weather. I think at some point, though, when the front does come through, it should at least get through most of the valley. It may slow up right near the coast in Cameron County, but we may see a situation where by afternoon temperatures fall back from the 80s into the 70s. Maybe if we get some clouds and rain, could actually fall back into the 60s for a while later Friday afternoon and evening. So it could be a cool Friday evening. If you want a little taste of some cooler weather again, just hope that that front's able to get through. And then I think we could see temperatures fall into the 60s most of Friday evening and night, and then waking up to somewhat cooler weather on Saturday. But again, you see there's still the chance of some rain hanging around at times on Saturday. But I think if the front is able to push through, we're talking about maybe just a little bit of light rain and then some low clouds. 95 today, clouds breaking up as the afternoon goes on, sunnier and hotter conditions around. By tonight, down to 77 degrees, more clouds, pretty humid out there. And your first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast. 90s again tomorrow. We may see a few thunderstorms tomorrow night. Friday, depending on the speed of that front rolling in, there could be some thunderstorms, or if the front rolls through, maybe more like a few isolated storms and some lighter rain showers. But we show 85 on Friday. That could be reached in some areas, but wherever the front goes through, which would be Starr County and Hidalgo County first, temperatures could fall back through the 70s later Friday afternoon, maybe even into the 60s for a while into Saturday morning. And then Saturday, if the clouds break up back into the 80s, if not maybe still in the upper 70s in some areas, then it warms up a little bit. But at least no more 90s for a while. Stays a little cooler, but there could be a little rain each day next week. We'll track it coming up on Channel 5 News at noon.